Good morning to one and all present here. I am Ramya Devi, working as Assistant Professor in SNS College of Engineering. Today I am going to share a small article regarding style sheets and HTML, that is style rule cascading and inheritance. Attaching the styles to the document in these three ways: inline styles, embedded style sheets, and external style sheets. Inline style: apply properties and values to a single element using the style attribute in the element itself. Embedded style: it is placed in a document using the style element and apply only to that document. External style: there are two ways to refer to an external style sheet from within the HTML document, that is, one using the link element, the other using the import rule. So where do we write our styles? So whenever we are trying to write our inline style, we have to write inside our HTML element itself. For example, if it is an h3 is an HTML element in which a style can be used as an attribute and we have to give a value to it. So here the h3 is the HTML element and the style is equal to color, and then the property value is equal to pink, so that the blah 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 h3 heading element will come in the color pink. Whenever we are trying to add as an internal, that is an embedded style tag, we have to give inside our head element, which is in our HTML root element. So in the head element we can give a style HTML element in which we can also specify the style elements. And whenever we are trying to give us an external link tag, so we can give as an external file itself and we have to save it as .css, and then that file can be called in our HTML document by using the HTML element called link, in which we have three attributes called rel, type, and then href. So rel is a relative and we can give it as a style sheet, and then type is the text /css, and href is the file name of our .css file. And also we can use an add import rule instead of link, so that we can give the http full path where our style sheet.css is resided. Style rule cascading and inheritance. So there are two rules here. So one is cascading of style sheet rules, the other one is the element inheritance. So rule cascading. So what if more than one style declaration applies to a property of an element? For example, if an property of an element is given as font weight bold and then the background color as aqua, so here the browser applies rule cascading, a multi-stage sorting process that determines which style rules declaration to apply. It involves few steps. The step 1 is decide which external and embedded style sheets apply to the document. The other one, associate an origin and weight with every declaration. So we have to prioritize our declarations and by origin and the weight. The origin of the style sheet declaration has to do with who wrote the declaration. The first priority goes to the author, the second priority goes to the user agent, and the third priority goes to the user. So there are two weight values, normal and important. So whenever we are giving an style element for a paragraph like text intent 3em, font size larger, and then the important means the priority from high to low as follows: important declaration with user origin, important declaration with author origin, and normal declaration with author origin, and normal declaration with user origin, and any declaration with user agent origin. So these are all the steps in CSS cascade. So first we have to declare all the style sheets, and then we have to select the style sheet and insert rules for HTML attributes, and then we have to prioritize the declarations by origin and weight, and then we have to break the ties based on the specificity like style attribute or most specific selector, and we have to break ties based on the position within the style sheet, last occurring wins. These are all the specificity, highest to lowest. The first one is the style attribute, and then the rule with selector. So rule with selector declares the ID, class, pseudocode or descendant element type, universal, and then the HTML attribute. And this is the style sheet hierarchy. The style information can come from various sources listed here, from general to specific items. Lower in the list will override the items above them. The first one is the browser default settings. The next is the user style settings, linked external style sheet, imported style sheet, embedded style sheet, inline style information, and then any style rule marked important by the author, and then any style rule marked important by the reader or the user. So this is the style sheet hierarchy in which your web browser follows. Thank you.